Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it broke into the news early AM Monday morning that Shannon Sharpe had been hit with the $50 million lawsuit accusing him of alleged sexually assault, rape, and abuse with a young woman that he was in a relationship with for 2 years. Representation came out as Tony Busby, which did raise questions to most people looking at this. Then more news came as Shannon Sharpe decided to put up a text thread between these two, showing that the allegations here, I have combative evidence to that, showing that these type of things were consensual. Then he came out and gave an official statement. We heard phone audio calls, and people began to ask, and you started to see it in the headlines, how is ESPN gonna react to this? Well, Shannon Sharpe came through with a statement and just said, my statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. Now, I most definitely saw this coming right here. Once I seen how it broke, once I seen the conversations, the statement he had put out where he had mentioned her name, then they showed who she was. I said, wow, this is gonna look away. Then him also saying that she was an OnlyFans girl, I said, wow, this is gonna look away. Shannon Sharpe does work for Disney, ESPN. This is most definitely going to be some negative press that they don't want. People started raising that question up. Then you started hearing other colleagues, other people who work in that same type of space. Well, what's going on? Is Shannon going to be able to continue this? Because the phone audios got leaked. He put up the text thread itself, obviously. He's like, hey, I'd rather be viewed as somebody that deals with younger girls into some sexual fantasies and desires that I do in my private life, as opposed to being looked at as a flat-out abuser and somebody that would assault somebody in that manner. Well, I knew that this right here would be coming. I did shoot a video earlier that I was planning on releasing today saying that they would end up asking Shannon Sharpe to step down. He would make this decision himself to step down, or he would be suspended until further notice, because they don't want that bad press. They don't want that bad publicity. And when you can see and hear conversations and the storyline, the way it's connected, older guy, younger girl, they most definitely was going to go with they move with. Nigga in his 50s. And I got to keep it all the way a band with y'all. Shannon Sharpe either will step back from ESPN or he will be suspended from ESPN, but they'll just put it out there as, hey, right now I'm gonna take a step back from everything going on, and until this matter is settled. You know how they write it up and word it. With all these things starting to circulate more and more into the media, shared online on Twitter, they have people who get paid to watch this stuff, pay attention to the comments, see what's trending, seeing what the temperature is. This is how they gauge how they gonna move as well. This is owned by Disney. And with those other employees of his there, or other people that work in that realm complaining about it, saying, well, hold on, this is making us look away. Oh, y'all are being hypocrites at Disney. I knew that this was going to happen, whether they asked him or he did it on his own or not. And we got to say this, with them things circulating on the internet, there were signs.
Ooh. Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth.
Come on. They talk to us. How this dating thing. Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say what you tried to say. Mo,
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass to somebody to love you.
Mo,
Now I'm looking right at
Let me
y'all. Let me
live my
tell y'all what
life.
Shannon needs.
Let me
Okay?
live my
Let me
life.
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I don't.
Date your age. Well, I want to date my wage. I'm finna shut all this down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right
So
there. Stay right.
where y'all at? Hey, Chad, where they at?
Hold on. Cause you know I keep it on me now.
Yeah.
I keep it on me. You want to date your what?
I want to date my wage. Not my age. I want to date my wage. So where are they?
Sky Breeze, Ocho.
Sky Bree? Who that is, Coach?
Yeah. How I do it. How I do
Hey, Sky.
it.
I mean, who is that? Who is that? Help me out.
You know what I'm saying? She little something. She might be famous for vertical activity that she's good at.
Oh, she a hooper?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who she play for? Who she play for?
She got her own little thing,
Huh?
Man, y'all. Man, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all need to stop. Y'all be on that bull jive, man.
Hold on. Who she play for? Who she play for?
Back in the day, she could have been on my team.
She played for on her back.
And as I said, there were signs. Now, he can live how he want to live, make the decisions you want to make in your personal life, but this is Shannon Sharpe's fault. He put himself in this boat and he poked holes in it himself by jumping in that boat and thinking that it was going to be able to withhold with this type of lifestyle. Shannon Sharpe is almost 60 years old. I told y'all already before. He's almost my mother's age. My mother is 59. And I would always look at somebody away if they pulled up at that age and they pull up with like a 19, 20-year-old. That's what you do. It's not illegal. It's not against the law to do that, but it's going to make people raise an eyebrow at you like, hold on, bro. This how you moving Shannon Sharpe? Your kids are in their 30s. Me, like straight up, nigga, I'm not in my 40s, and I'm going to not talk to a girl that's 19 and 20 right now. Just keeping it 1,000. Then that conversation coming off the way that it did when we heard the audio and the choking, and then you putting the text thread up yourself, it's like, well, okay, nah, nigga, this is what you into. It sucks that it's in the eye of the public. I don't want Shannon Sharpe to get fired or lose his deals or lose his money, lose his sponsorship. For sure wouldn't want him to get arrested, and I most definitely don't believe he was doing these things out of like told to stop it. The girl didn't want it and it's this and that. When I see Tony Busby involved, no police report, no kits done, no evidence being reported, I know that it's a money play. It is what it is. I wouldn't want this for Shannon Sharpe, but this is on him, bro. Because how would you feel if one of your family members came up and they was going through this type of situation? But like, hold on, nigga, what you doing? What if this is your little cousin, your little sister, or your hold on, nigga, what you doing? And it would be very different if she was older, like mid-20s or late 20s, and you were an older guy dealing with her. You're going to know she's more processed, and you're also going to look at it like, well, hold on. He's actually out courting her. He's going on dates with her. He's at the events with her. They're in a real relationship. And if Shannon Sharpe pulled that instead of what he did do here, they would be like, hey, well, hold on, he really dealing with her. That's his lady. So when it comes out, people will be like, hey, nigga, you should have known that this was going to happen. Dealing with another snow bunny or something like that. You should have known that this could possibly be the outcome. But, hey, you was really dealing with her. The fact that nobody knew that this is what you had going on, and we getting a lawsuit at the same time as we getting the news that you dealing with these type of relationships and this is what you doing, you going to look wild and crazy. Shannon Sharpe bought this on himself. You got too much value, too much to lose, and just this ain't live. It just ain't it, bro. You're out here moving like a goofy. It is what it is. You too old for that. We have all made mistakes when it comes to how we handle situations with women. We have all probably made bad choices and decisions with women. I know that I have as well, most deaf. I'm not sitting in this perfect seat, and I'm not the spokesperson for this thing with women. I don't want to be that. Making bad decisions with women come with life. But at his age of almost being 60, this should never go on at all. This is something that comes off as super goofy, super lame, and super out of pocket, and you played yourself because you let a young kid pretty much The younger girl mess up your entire bag. You couldn't tell that you was getting played on and finesse. You thought that you was just gonna be able to spin your little paper and keep doing this stuff, and you know how this goes, bro. They open up Pandora's box with these type of things. This is just what it is. While he's in negotiations for another $100 million deal on the table. And nigga, the deal, yeah, I get it. Nobody want this reputation. Nobody want this on their name, their brand, or anything, period. No money involved. But him offering that $10 million, that's another reason that make you like, well, hold on, ESPN finna have to go and make that move now. That's why I called it that way, because it's like, well, hold on, you tied into it, you completely admitting to this type of behavior, and the whole world can see it now. You one of our faces of our sports analyst sector of our brand. We can't have this in this moment. We'll see what happens. He say preseason for NFL, that'll be like July, August, he'll be back. We shall see. It can be consensual. Ain't nobody saying it ain't consensual. But even with it being consensual, Shannon, you know that don't look right as well. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.